Hi, we are doing John Deere as our subject. In our group, there is Daniel,
Timothy,
and Levi.
John Deere has a lot of jobs. The first part is about the jobs. They have design engineers, programmers, mechanical engineers, and electrical engineers. All of the staff and members of John Deere are vital to the company. The programmers code on behalf of John Deere to help the company set up the tractors. The designers design the tractors, the mechanical engineers build the tractors, and the electrical engineers do maintenance and use electricity to make the tractors the best they can be. So the process of making the tractors is this. 1. The programmers code a starting code for the tractors and create a database for the tractors for the software. Then, the design engineers use that starting code to design the tractors using QIF and 3D models to create a good tractor for the company. After that, the mechanical engineers build the tractors and test run them with the parts they have at the company. Finally, the electrical engineers and features and maintenance to the tractors to make them the best they can be. They also make software and hardware on these tractors. There are a lot of different coding types that the programmers and design engineers use for the tractors. There are Python programming, which is one of the most popular, and then there's Java programming, Scratch 2.0 programming, MBD is also one of the most popular, Java 2.0, and then there are a lot of other different types of coding, but we won't talk about all of those because there's a lot. So that's it for the jobs. Hand it over to you, Daniel.
Okay, so we're to learn about achievements and degrees. So John Deere has many extra degrees that you can get to get a better job. You could get a master's degree, a PhD, and you could get an MBA degree, bachelor's degree, and an associated degree. The MBA is an extra degree that people can get that goes into your name, into your job. It is helpful for a lot of things. PhD is the best thing you can get. It is a doctorate degree. Bachelor's and master's can also help you with a lot of different jobs you can get into.
So now you guys hand it over to the questions.
John Deere tractors. John Deere has a wide variety of different tractors. Where was John Deere the company?
Grand Detroit, Illinois.
What years were the John Deere A tractors made?
1934 to 1939.
What years were John Deere B tractors made in?
1935 to 1939.
What years were John Deere D tractors made in?
1923 to 1939.
And finally, what years were John Deere G tractors made in?
1937 and 1944.
When was John Deere founded?
1837.
When were the first combines made for John Deere?
In 1927.
What job did John Deere work?
He was a blacksmith.
What year were the first tractors made in?
1923.
What was John Deere's first tractor?
It was a Model D with a two-cylinder engine with 38 horsepower. This tractor changed the next few generations for farmers.
When was John Deere born?
Rutland, Vermont in 1804.
What was John Deere's first four-wheel drive tractor?
It was an 8010.
What is the biggest tractor?
It is a 9RX 830.
So that is it for our podcast. But thank you to
to John Deere and Bonus Tires for sponsoring this podcast.
John Deere. John Deere is a tractor building company in Dubuque, Iowa, where they actually build the tractors and test run them. It is a huge warehouse that they have all the jobs and a lot of jobs available, and a good way to make good money. Then they sell the tractors and they make to different companies.
Bodensteiner. Bodensteiner is a good company in Dyersville. Bodensteiner implement is fully stocked with any John Deere part or equipment you can imagine. Find tractors, round balers, skid loaders, riding mowers, and so much more in this northeast Iowa Bodensteiner implement location.
So that is it for our podcast. I'm Timothy,
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Levi.
and that is it.